Hi, I'm Lori. I'm so happy to see you here with me today. It's Saturday and it's spring. I think for the first time of the year I can actually believe that it's spring. Now I know, I live in Alberta, it could snow tomorrow. But for today, the sun was shining all day and I really enjoyed it. I spent the day shopping out with my 7-year-old son today. Man, can that boy talk. I think we covered every subject from aardvarks to zebras and Zimbabwe and everything in between. But now it's my turn to share a few words with you. So I'd like you to come on and join me in making some creamy bacon cheeseburger calzones. So let's get started. I think I've got pretty much everything we need here. Some things I've got ready to go ahead of time. I gotta be honest with you, we're gonna use a little bit of a cheat today in using some refrigerator pizza dough for our calzones. Now most often I make my pizza dough from scratch. It's really simple to do, really basic yeast bread type of recipe to work with, but if you've got some refrigerator pizza dough sitting in your fridge, it's the perfect little cheat to make this a little bit quicker, a little bit easier, and on the table that much faster. So let's start out here. We've got a pound of ground beef, and I've got it already browned up here in my skillet, ready to go. Now to that pound of ground beef, we're going to add what I call the trifecta of goodness in my kitchen. Basically, we're talking chopped onions, celery, and peppers. I love celery, onion, and peppers into just about anything I make in a skillet, but especially in your calzones. It adds so much flavor and texture, and when partnered with our Philadelphia cream cheese, which we're going to get to very shortly, it's going to blend it all together and bring out these flavors. So you have got half of a chopped large onion here, about a half a red pepper, and almost a full green pepper chopped up into some fine pieces. I just threw them all together here to ease us in putting everything together nice and quick. So I'm going to throw those right into my skillet and let those cook up on medium-high to high heat in order for the vegetables to get all softened up there, but not brown, just nice and cooked. Okay, so while those are going there, I'll explain to you what else we're going to throw in. We have got some chopped bacon, basically just some cooked crumbled bacon. So we have got about a quarter package, so about a quarter pound of bacon, the equivalent of a half to 1 cup once you've chopped it all up. Then I've also got half a cup of ketchup. These are bacon cheeseburger calzones. So we've got ketchup there, and then I've got steak spice. I have got 2 teaspoons of steak spice. Now if you don't have steak spice as a staple in your kitchen, you can also substitute with a little shake of Worcestershire sauce, otherwise known as what's this here sauce, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and some dry mustard. And if you've got red pepper flakes, that'll add a bit of flavor too, which is great. And then I've got 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, which is going to melt wonderfully with our Philadelphia cream cheese. This is what is going to make your creamy bacon cheeseburger calzones so creamy and so delicious. So we are going to use the regular cream cheese today, but the light Philadelphia cream cheese is also fantastic. So basically it's your preference. I frankly am saving this little brick for something I've got up my sleeve for later this week. So we're going to go ahead and use the regular today. You need half a brick of Philadelphia cream cheese for our recipe, cut into little chunks. So that's the equivalent of half a cup. I can hear my peppers and onions sizzling away here. My onions are starting to smell absolutely delicious. So once I've got those vegetables cooking up, then everything's just going to kind of go in here. So I'm going to toss in my bacon and get that all mixed up into with the vegetables. Sprinkle my steak spice all over the top. Blend that in nicely. Now like I said, if you don't have steak spice, just go ahead at this point and throw in all your other seasonings that I had mentioned there. Once that's all mixed together, then we're going to turn our heat down to medium. Whoop! When things jump out of your pan, you just set them right on back in. And we're going to toss in our ketchup base here. Now this is the point where you start to wonder if you can wait for them to bake. But at 400 degrees, they're only going to take about 15 minutes once we get them all assembled, so it won't be long now. Okay, once I got that all mixed up, then we're going to put in our cream cheese. Again, I've just got our Philadelphia cream cheese, half a brick, chopped into cubes here. You're going to blend in so nice and creamy with your ketchup base. It is going to make creamy, delicious sauce for that bacon cheeseburger flavor you've already got going. So while the cream cheese is in there melting and doing its thing, I'm going to put in that whole load of cheddar cheese, which is going to melt on in with the cream cheese. Now it's really important that you try to be a little bit patient and do this at medium to medium low heat, because we don't want to scorch our cheese. Either cheese is there. Just let them melt in nice and easy. Okay, now after about 2 minutes of melting, you can turn that heat straight off. Blend that cream cheese in with the cheddar and with all those delicious bacon cheeseburger ingredients. And then you have got your calzone filling all ready to go. So the next step is going to be our crust. Now I'm just going to throw a little bit of flour on my clean counter here. Now when you've got a nice roll of pizza dough, we are just going to split this into 6 equal sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what, I'm going to give you a little tip. The beauty about calzones is that they're totally individual in size. So basically you're going to make them to whatever size you want. So when I say equal size, I actually made most of them equal size, but I made 2 little guys here. Those are going to be our child size portions. Okay, so we will start with taking one of the clumps of dough. Don't unroll your refrigerated pizza dough there, because then you've got them in nice pieces that'll make great circles. Whereas if I were to unroll it, I'd have a rectangle and then I'd have to reshape it. So this will save us a little bit of time. Now I am just going to stretch this out and then use my rolling pin just to round in a circle, just like so, to get a nice thin circle. Okay, stretch that guy out. And then after I've rolled it, I'm going to stretch it a little bit more. You see my nice thin crust here. Back on the counter it goes. Now once you've got one all stretched out there and laying on your counter, you're just going to grab yourself a heaping scoopful of your nice, hot, yummy, creamy cheeseburger calzone filling. And then because this is one of our adult portions, we're just going to scoop another bit of that delicious filling right on there. Move this out of the way. Maybe you'll have a chance of seeing a little bit here. Then we're going to fold the half over. When I put the filling on, I kept it to 1/2, but leaving an edge around the side that's empty, okay? Because you're going to fold that dough over, creating a beautiful, cute, so yummy, you just want to eat it right up, little pocket. Then I'm going to use my fingers all together, just pinch around the edges, right around the side, give it a little bit of a crimped appearance, but more to the point, you're actually achieving the sealing here. It's not just for looks, but it does add. Once you've got that there, we have got a prepared pan. In our pizza pan, you can use any type of baking pan, a rectangle, whatever you've got around. I've got it prepared with some baking spray, on non-stick spray on there already. And then I am going to set this little guy right there. Now I'm just going to finish the other ones of these up, and then we'll be ready to throw them in the oven. Okay, I've got these formed up here. I've got 5 on my pan here. Can you see my little baby one? That's for my youngest. This recipe is going to make you 6 really good sized calzones, which will fill your tummy up just perfect. Now the last step we're going to do before putting these into the oven at 400 degrees for 15 minutes is to cover them with an egg wash. Basically I've got a beaten egg here, just a regular large size egg, 2 tablespoons of cold water, beat them all up together, use your pastry brush, and paint these little beauties with just a thin layer of your egg wash. Don't get them soaking wet, but make sure they're all covered, and that's going to give them a golden brown, shiny look. Okay, so we will put these guys in for 15 minutes, and we'll see what they look like when they're all done. So there you have it. After 15 minutes, you've got a golden toasted calzone ready to partner with a Caesar salad, and be sure to please your family for dinner or a nice hearty lunch. I've got a few more entrees up my sleeve to share with you this week, so hopefully you'll come back and join me again. But until then, enjoy your sunshining days and your spring weather, whatever it may be this week.